See that? That's similar to what we're gonna play.
And the masters of the universe. I am Adam, Prince of Eternia and defender of the secrets of Castle Grayskull. This is Cringer, my fearless friend.
Alright. Oh, there you guys go.
Powers were revealed to me the day I held aloft my magic sword and said, "By the power of Grayskull."
I'll just put myself over here.
Cringer became the mighty Battlecat, and I became He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe.
Right, is it too loud? It's not that loud, but the game might be louder.
This secret. Our friends, the Sorceress, Man-at-Arms, and Orko. Together we defend Castle Grayskull from the evil forces of Skeletor.
Huge He-Man fan. How, are you excited of the new Kevin Smith? See, it got louder once I got to the menu. Pressing start. What is start? There we go. Yeah, we're just gonna have it like that. Why not? Ew, no. Software filter. Actually, yeah, disable that crap. Is it an arcade game? Oh, it most definitely is an arcade game. Let me make sure I got my gamepad set up. Move up, down. Attack 1. Jump. Special. And then start. Okay, we're done. There's some special moves. Let's look. This is when you were growing up? Okay, so we got... Okay, fireball, double taps. Okay, fireball and double taps. And reverse fireball. Those are their special moves. Let's do this shit. I mean, like, He-Man was a little... Because I was born in '84, so that was when He-Man came out, so I watched a lot of reruns of He-Man. Some of my older friends had, He-Man, like, toys. But I primarily watched She-Ra. Eternia. Alright, here's He-Man. Here's She-Ra. Battlecat. Man-at-Arms. Teela. That guy that no one liked. Orko. I mean, I could play as Orko. We could have an Orko run. Sorceress. Evil Lyn. Skeletor. Used to watch a lot of She-Ra. Skeletor's mount, which you never fucking saw, but only with the toy. And of course, Lion-O, which apparently is now in the He-Man universe. I just always like how She-Ra has this, like, very benign look on her face. She always did. She just, like, very, like, I'm not really excited, happy, or sad. Was it Lord Hordak? Hordak sent his army of evil horde to Eternia. His plan is to capture all widgets, because they know where diamonds of power are hidden. He already took over Snake Mountain. Oh, that's why Skeletor and Evil Lyn are playable. Without diamonds of power, all beings of Eternia will slowly lose strength. This will enable Hordak to conquer it easily when time comes, unless the masters of the universe stop him. Yeah, she's like, I mean, I'm here. I got a flying horse and a sword. I don't care. But look at this map. What's the green thing that moves around? Alright, this looks like the first level. What is this? Ah! Well, what's up, King of Eternia? I'm that daughter that you forgot about. She-Ra! I like how she's got her voice. Second door. Wait, what does this crap do? I wasn't reading the thing. She's got a reflection, but no upskirt, so none of that. Oh, look at her run. Oh wait, what do those things do? Is there a way to reset? Back to the map, enter to reset all progress. Yeah, sure, I got no progress. Ah, Orko! Well, there's this level. Let's try this. Done. Oh, is this just character select again? That's just characters. Okay, so let's go with this. Where's this place? Damn you, Lord Hordak. Ah, crap. Dang it. It's because the animations. They took him right from the cartoon. Oh, dang it. Ah. All right. Oh, come on. Am I supposed to hit it? Oh, shit. All right, He-Man, it's Europe. Oh, good. You died immediately. What is this? This is your attack? Oh, you want a hug? Dun dun. Oh, he's got a dive kick. Look out. Get over here. Get hugged. Ah. So when do I jump? Oh, wait. Let's try that. Get over here. He's got it. Oh, you don't hit it. I'm really confused by this because it seems like its hitbox is always active. Is it after the grab? I'm gonna assume after the grab. Let's try that. Yeah, but then it's not enough space to make the jump. All right, Lion-O. Oh, good. The jump is not necessary now. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is it. Air juggled. Oh, shit. Hey, this combat's not bad. I like how the background's ripped right from the cartoon as well. Ah. Aha. Is he not dead? Oh, I see. All right, wait. Double tap down. What is? Okay. Oh no, you don't. Where'd he go? It is very low budget. Yes, we did it. I have a magic attack, but I have no. Oh wait, there's holds. Where'd he go?
I'll go first.
I'll go first. Oh. He's got like area complete. Oh! Thank God it was a short level. Ah! What the fuck is happening here? Wait, he said like the special attacks were like double tap. Oh God. That, and then fireball. This game don't look very playable. It's actually a little bit more playable than I thought it was going to be honest. Stop running around and get punched. It's just I'm trying to figure out, like, number one, I got a magic attack. I have no clue how the fuck that works. Because I'm pressing those buttons. And there's no way I can practice them, because every time I get in a level, you know, I get hit. What the fuck? He has that? Wait, how did I do that? How did I do that? Was it down up? They have like these moves that I have no idea how to do. Oh, he's down. Oh, you guys civilians? Hey, get over here. Jesus. Can you believe this is 4 players? Alright, no. God damn it. I'll get him. Oh, okay, we got some traps. Oh, hey, it's the Horde! Finally! Skeletor was your first action figure? Remember when he came with the Sword of Power? Oh, they air juggled my ass. Because originally the plot was there were 2 swords of power and then Skeletor had to complete them. And then they just kind of dropped that for the TV show because the action figures came first. Just a gnome in a box? Oh, of course. Run! I'm double tapping! What the fuck? There you go. Am I supposed to beat this hand? Yo, I thought he needed. But he's Skeletor! The terror of Eternia! Besides, he had to compete with the other villains of other cartoon shows, like what's it called? Fighting snakes. Like, G.I. Joe, remember, what's his name, Cobra Commander's voice? He had a goofy-ass voice. How the fuck did I do that one, like, move with Skeletor? Oh, hey. It's just a Hordak truck. Oh, the damage effects? They had battle damage. Kill the bats. I remember these bats. These wolf bats. Damn it. That one guy that runs around, I hate him. There we go, finally. Wait, I can summon Pantha? What the fuck? How did I do that? Get on him. Yes! Yes! How the fuck does that work?
Let's go. Right.
It's like this game, like the characters have attacks and they'll do them whenever they feel like it. Yeah, oh, remember that one Terminator was basically like if it had warm water, you know, he would be invisible or they'd have the battle damage? Oh my god, She-Ra, Jesus. There we go! Oh, let's do this! I'm Swiftwind! I fucking shoot fireballs! You know, the guy that did the voice for Swiftwind in the original She-Ra cartoon is like one of the like lead producers at Filmation. He's got that really deep voice. But She-Ra, I don't know. Oh yeah, the dinos had it too. Oh man, Mantenna. Look at that combo, 22 hits. Get over here. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, alright, combo system's not bad. Especially when I summon the horse. Oh, I'm out of power. Gotta wait for the power to get back. Yeah, once you actually learn their moves, even though they all share the same moves, like when I do the double down, she freezes them like that, right? So She's got that going for her. And then she's got like this uppercut. Yeah, she's got that. And then she's got like a fireball. I just wish there was a training mode so I could see all their moves.
Let's go.
Because she can chain into that one. And then of course she can just summon Swift Wind. So let's just do that. But I gotta wait for my power bar to recharge. Man, this guy's an annoying boss. He has 4 legs? I thought that was a tail. Alright, my plan is to launch him and then summon Swift Wind and then do my air juggle. But I need full power for Swift Wind. Even when she's knocked out, she's just like lies there like, alright, fine. Oh my god. Oh, you are so annoying, Mantenna. You're like as bad as that one like character, that C1 that looks dopey. The merman guy. What does Lion-O do? Let's see. I can't, he doesn't have a mount. That's what I figured. So I can't summon a flying horse or a battle cat or anything. Yeah, I think I had the John Connor one. The only reason why you get that one is to have like a reason for the Terminators to fight. I'm trying to summon. So some of them don't have certain attacks. So they don't. Okay, so that would explain why sometimes certain characters aren't doing what I tell them to do. Because they just do not have the attack.
I'll go first.
Okay, he has that one. He has that. So his down attack's the same. See, what I don't get too is I got another button called the magic attack. What the fuck does that do? I press it, nothing happens. I guess it only works on certain characters. Maybe Evil Lyn. Alright, well either way, let's go. That's a big ass boulder. We got mines. I like how all the graphics are like the backgrounds, everything are from the cartoon. Like, right out of it. Oh, get over here and get hold! He's got some good moves. I like his like body slam attack. Very maneuverable. Oh, but then he gets surrounded. They did have a lot. I had the motorcycle Terminator from Terminator 2. And then there was also like a car for him as well, which sucked. I had that. And then I had the T-1000 that if you got like hot water on him, you know, like half his body would melt. And by melt, I mean change to a transparent color. Oh, okay. I remember this vehicle. This vehicle always looked dumb. Oh shit, you can jump. My projectiles only go like 5 feet. Man! Even though it's Lion-O. Oh, Beastman. They even took the music from the show. Whoa. And the sound effects. You know, that first level I played was really shitty, but now it's starting to come together. Like, as a beat-em-up, it's a much better game. Like, as a platformer, it's not that great. The fuck are these things? Outworld? Who's this guy looking at? No, just a truck. Don't mind me, I'm just a truck blocking all the action. Oh, crap. Oh no. Oh, a snake! Imagine Elder Scrolls mixed with Dark Souls. Oh, neat. So it's more like, it's more action-y and less RPG, like Dark Souls is. That'd be kind of nice, but like more open world, more like actual exploration. I do like how the mines hurt the enemies too. That's always a nice plus. Can I grab people? I could have sworn I grabbed as He-Man. Maybe that's one of He-Man's special moves. You go, you're free now! It makes sense to pick Hordak as the main bad guy, because Skeletor didn't really have minions. Hordak does, because he's got that army of robots. Also, technically Skeletor works for Hordak. He just defected when he went to Eternia. Your dragon will destroy me. Hey, Beastman. Oh shit, your dragon looks pretty dopey though. Like, your dragon looks like he's just kind of hanging out.
I'll go first.
I wish I could activate the Eye of Thundera. Use sight beyond sight. Is Mumra a secret boss? That'd be interesting. I mean, why is Lion-O here? Like, what the fuck? He should be in his own game with his own universe.
I'll go first.
And you think he could summon like the battle tank or something like that, or you know what? If he's not gonna have a mount, why not be able to summon his friends like what's his name? I want to call him Pantera, but like, you know, Panther or Chitara or any of those like other Thundercats. Like that should be his special moves. Oh! Thundercats! Sasha, just chatting. Yeah, recommended channels, what a joke. The algorithm's so messed up. It's the same thing in like YouTube with the recommended stuff. What is this? Is this just break stuff? I got a time limit. Oh my god, it's a maze. Yeah, I'm not fighting you guys. It's a time limit. Oh, killing them gives me some time. Wait, I can jump? Oh, okay. I guess not. Yeah, but I do get time for killing them. Or not. I got out of the maze. The stage wasn't completed. Yeah, I gotta play as an actual person from Eternia. These Mortal Kombat sound effects. Most of the sound effects seem to be right out of the show. Oh shit, yeah, he's got the lightning and everything. Fabulous secret powers were revealed to me.
Come on.
I mean, his run cycle and his walk cycle are pretty close. He-Man had a lot of stock animations. Nope. Shit. You know what we need? Wait, I can't summon it? What am I looking for in this maze? I'm just gonna walk by you. Punching you in the face. No, I don't want to do it again! Oh, that box! Okay, alright, I've figured it out. Use the same walk animation as Scooby-Doo? Yeah, but what they really used was rotoscoping. So in other words, they filmed an actor doing the motion, and then they would just animate over it like heavy metal. So that's why they, like, if you watch the old He-Man and She-Ra cartoons, they have these really, like, kind of, like, the animation's weird. Like, it's really smooth and looks real. Kind of like Prince of Persia, because that also did rotoscoping. But they would use them all the time, like the exact same animations. You'd see them constantly. So on one hand, they're really high budget and like ahead of the curve, and on the other hand, they're still really cheap. Oh fuck. I'll be back. I'll be back for whatever the fuck's there. The old Spider-Man series did the same thing. Get over here. Get up. Get on. Oh. See, I wanted to do this in the maze, but he couldn't do it. Oh my god, play the old Scooby-Doo games. The Genesis one actually seems like a nice one. I did play Scooby-Doo on the N64 though. My lobster. Oh, this guy, Merman. Look at him. He looks like a dope. Like he never looked cool ever. He just always looks stupid. Also, He-Man's Battle Cat form is pretty OP, I gotta say. And unlike here, I don't know if you guys can see this. I guess you can't, but so every time every character has a like power meter. I'm gonna move my camera. But yeah, like if you look here, every character has like a power meter, right? Like under their portrait. And so that's why I couldn't just spam Swiftwind the whole time. He-Man's mount figure. It's funny how like Skeletor has a mount, but I don't think he ever showed up in the cartoon at all. But Battle Cat was, because he was Cringer, right? And then when He-Man transformed, for whatever reason, he decided to point his sword at Cringer that one time. Does He-Man have different moves? It's just this, huh? Alright, fine. I have the power! Oh, that is sweet. I gotta keep doing that. Not only does he do this when I do that. Yeah, it's one of those, like, one-time only characters. I don't even think he was a character in the show. I just think he existed for the toy. Like Skeletor's mount, because originally Skeletor was more like He-Man. Like, he had a sword, and he had a mount, right? That was the toy. But then in the show, they made him more of an evil sorcerer type. Which, you know, when you think about it, it makes sense his original design, because, again, he has a lot of muscles, you know? Like, he's as muscular as He-Man, but nowhere near as strong. But originally, he was just the evil version of He-Man. Oh, yeah, there we go. The power of Grayskull! Because I think what happened was when you bought the toys, they came with like, what is this green one? They came with like a little mini comic book. All right, Orko, it's time. This will be the fate of Eternia. Yeah, Skeletor was a warrior, and he had the other part of the Sword of Power. So if you bought both toys, you could combine the swords together and make one super sword. That's the classic He-Man cut too, where he just punches you in the face. Damn you, Orko. Hey-oh! Well, that served literally no purpose.
We can pick up the pieces later.
Battle Cat! I like how I can summon a helper, and then I can also mount it to ride it.
I think we can take care of that.
The hell's this guy? But with He-Man skins, yeah, it has that like stupid, like ridiculous air juggle system. So you do a launcher like his uppercut, and then you follow it up. But it is a one-button game. You like the only reason I've used, like I have different attacks is because of different combinations, you know, like the uppercut and the fireball. also like how He-Man, like, because, you know, he was just a generic Muscle Man figure, right? Like, when they made the characters, they just made them as toys, so they were just designed to look cool. The TV show was made way later. So all the plot and stuff, like, imagine being a writer on that TV show, and someone gives you these, like, characters, like, hey, make a story out of this. It's like, out of these generic muscle men? Okay, alright, so sometimes he's Prince Adam, and he raises his sword and says, by the power of Grayskull. Alright, good, and then, like, who's this character? He's Man-at-Arms. He's like the commander of Eternia's forces. Alright, okay, we got some characters established. What's the plot? What of this episode? He-Man's, like, cousin shows up and they have to babysit him? I don't know. Alright, well, what's the lesson for, like, after the episode? You know, that Orko says. It's like, oh, don't be an asshole? I don't know, like, fuck. What's funny is the guy that wrote the episodes to He-Man would also write the episodes for Babylon 5 and Ghostbusters. He-Man and Skeletor Catmount? Really? What's up, Lemon Squeezy? So, alright, so this game is 4 players. So what if there were 4 players, one was Skeletor and one was He-Man? Could we both summon the mounts? Then it would be like we'd have 6 players. I find Battle Cat better when I'm not on him. Like, he's better as a helper character.
Come on.
Holy shit! Take that, Colossor! One time I watched an episode of Old School She-Ra, and she was so strong, she was literally punching battleships into space. Like they were on this island, and they were surrounded by these, you know, like battleships the size of like World War II battleships, right? And then she just turns into She-Ra, and then she just like goes on the water and just punches them right into orbit. Like, it was just like, what the fuck? And He-Man could do the same shit too. Like, he could take people and then just punch them, throw them into the next country. I think He-Man and She-Ra are like the Hulk. They're like as powerful as they need to be for the episode, because they're infinitely powerful. Oh crap. I like how the He-Man theme is playing while this is going on. He-Man! Here's the Grayskull. Originally, Grayskull was designed to be Skeletor's palace, but then in the cartoon, they didn't make it that. They made it like... Because the thing was... Okay, the Grayskull playset, like, you could open the door, but the only way you could open the door is if you had both the swords combined into a key, and the swords would open the door. So that was originally how it was supposed to be. But then the cartoon was like, fuck that shit. Like,
Let's go.
Area complete, yeah! I don't know. I keep fighting villains from like She-Ra, so I feel like She-Ra would make more sense here. I mean, we are fighting the Horde. For the honor of Grayskull! Alright, what's this place?
Let's go.
And now we're not fighting the Horde anymore. As soon as I switch to She-Ra, we're fighting He-Man guys. Free the Manchines! Oh, they're not really Manchines, but you know. There we go, I froze the haystack. You know, She-Ra could switch her weapons. Like, that was one of her powers, right? That He-Man didn't have. So she could make her sword into, like, a bow and arrow or a shield, stuff like that. You'd think that that would be a thing in this game, where I could, like, morph her weapon into different stuff. I'm disappointed. I should have access to all modes of combat with her. Her sword probably also had some other weird stuff too. Grenade weekend? Oh, there you go. See, the reason why I like She-Ra is because, really, if I use her, like, her mount summon, it's unbelievably powerful, but then she runs out of power. Oh, wait, no, it recharges. I did not know that. Now I know that. And then when it's charging, I just go and beat them up. She's got a Johnny Cage kick. Like, what is that? With those heels? Oh, crap. As long as I don't spam my attack. Oh crap, that hurt. Oh, you're gonna throw a rock? Yeah, that's your plan, is to go up to She-Ra and throw a rock? What are you... You're just begging for death. I like how there's tires back there. You know, I kind of dig this whole swords and sandals with a touch of sci-fi to it. Something about it. And her attack ends with a launcher. She does this kick. So her combo ends with an air launch. Oh, I can freeze him in midair? That's real cheap. But even when she's annihilating on her horse, she still has the same expression as if she's like waiting at a bus stop. Like, why does she have no emotions? Like, I don't understand. Oh, just let me get on my flying horse here, no big deal. I'll just shoot you, there you go. Beat a giant. Her emotions, she's so deadpan. It's like nothing impresses her.
Let's go.
I want to know what the reason behind that is. Did they not give her, like in the cartoon, did they not like have enough time with the actress to like capture her facial emotions, so that's why she's always kind of deadpan the whole time. Because again, they filmed real people and then they just rotoscoped it. That's why He-Man's punch animation is so smooth. And they got it from Heavy Metal, you know, that movie that came out that was also rotoscoped. Primarily the very end of Heavy Metal with, what's her name? That's that character that Blue Oyster Cult wrote the song with. Was like, get this over with. Yeah, she was like, I don't care. I think she was Tila or Tigra or whatever, something like that, right? And that's where they got the idea for the He-Man cartoon. So they basically did it just like the Heavy Metal thing, except without the boobies. Even when South Park did its Heavy Metal like parody cartoon, they did rotoscoping. So in the South Park cartoon, they actually filmed a model, like a supermodel, and made her do all the poses that they were going to do for the South Park cartoon. You saw it when you were a kid? And that's the thing, it's like, when you look at some of these walks and stuff and these attacks, you gotta remember they hired models to do poses, and models are really good at doing poses, but not so good at like, like acting, which is another reason why like they kind of have this like, and that's probably what they did with She-Ra. They hired like a supermodel, and that's why her expression is blank almost all the time. You know, like she's on the catwalk or something. That's my theory, at least, as to why She-Ra like has no emotions. When she smiles, it's like the same face, just like slightly, you know, so she makes no lines on her face. Look at that air juggle. And then here's their super. So yeah, it's kind of funny when you think about it, like, we have Heavy Metal to thank for He-Man, and then they went backwards and made, because you remember in Heavy Metal the main character is a girl, right? And then like they made He-Man, and then they went backwards and then they made She-Ra. So She-Ra's kind of like, and she has a mount too in Heavy Metal, a flying mount as well. So it all came back to like full circle with the main heroine character in a desert. Give me the... Why is there a boulder here? And why does it look really, really photoshopped? The first cable broadcast of Heavy Metal. I remember seeing like a little bit, like I saw it on like TV when I was like 11 or so. It was on the artsy channel. Oh yeah, there was tons of nudity and sex in Heavy Metal. That was the thing, was they took the animation style of Heavy Metal, but made it for kids. But I hear that, you know how Kevin Smith is working on the new He-Man cartoon? I hear they're gonna make that in the style of Heavy Metal, but they're gonna make it adult. So it's probably gonna be gory as shit, and it's gonna be the sequel to this He-Man. It's not a reboot, it's a sequel to the 80s He-Man. And it's gonna primarily focus on Tila, since she's the daughter of the sorceress. That's in an episode of He-Man. Like, she doesn't know that she's the daughter of the sorceress, but Man-at-Arms does, because he adopted her. He's not her real father. So I can't wait to see what the hell that's gonna look like on Netflix. The new He-Man cartoon. Because, man, if it's an update of the 80s look of He-Man, but like with modern tech, it'll look so awesome. For some legal reason before that. Man, after I saw it on TV, I was like, I gotta find this. And then I was able to acquire the Laserdisc. Because I only saw like the last half of it. That artsy channel also showed some really weird shit, you know, like Bocce's Wizards or whatever. I remember watching that as a kid and was like, this is a fucked up cartoon, man. That one doesn't hold up as well as Heavy Metal in my opinion. Heavy Metal is definitely an adult-centric cartoon, but it's still fun to watch. First half is the best. I like the World War II segment, and the John Candy segment was pretty funny. You know, where he's like generic muscle dude, and he's like, man, when I was on Earth, I never got laid. Now it's like all the time. Oh crap. And yeah, the taxi driver thing was pretty cool. That was like Fifth Element. It's like Conan with Arnold, never got old. Look at that, I juggled 3 of them. I like how she just smacked him. There you go. That guy committed suicide. He's like, I'm not gonna fight She-Ra. But classic and still good. I think it has pretty good acting. You know why? It's because Arnold barely talks in it. He just does what Arnold does best, look cool. Because you gotta remember, Arnold was Mr. Universe, right? So, or whatever, so he's really good at making poses. You know, like looking cool with the sword, looking cool with the gun. You know, hold a weapon like no one should ever hold a weapon. Like, remember that scene in Predator when he just walks up to the... Oh, you can kick those! Looks so bad, but earns the charm. I gotta check that out, like, in Blu-ray. It's funny, too, because that's a movie that, like, you can remake with better effects and everything, and they have. But it's bad, you know, like, didn't they try to reboot Conan the Barbarian at some point, and they got the guy that was in Game of Thrones to play him, and it just wasn't that good? You know, that muscly horseman guy? Alright, how's the frame rate in this game? Because I looked at the capture, and it looks like the frame rate in the capture's like a little choppy, but in the game it's like smooth 60. Does it look 60 to you guys, or it's because I'm like making it full screen? It set off the... Well, it also showed that you can make a fantasy movie back then and make it good. Looks pretty smooth. Okay, so then it's just OBS scaling down the frame rate. Because to me it's smooth at 60 frames roughly.
Let's go.
Speaking of like swords and sandals, remember Beastmaster? I remember seeing that as a kid. And I thought that was so awesome, but now you watch now and you're like, that wall is made out of paper mache. That castle is a paper mache castle. Like that, like, you know, you can really check out how cheap the set is. There's a couple of movies like that, like not Deathstalker. Well, the Deathstalker series is kind of like that, but God damn it, what am I thinking of? Warrior of Yore? Oh no, wait, no, that's that Red Brown movie. Shit. They had real prop to use instead of green screen. Yeah. Even though there's some iffy effects in the original Conan, you know, like James Earl Jones turning into a snake, the locations were totally believable. Like, you know, the temple scenes or the barbarian village. Yeah, the costumes are pretty good too. The Battle of the Mound is pretty epic. A lot of that is because of the great soundtrack as well. I feel like if the soundtrack wasn't as good, and if they didn't do the narration with Mako as much, it would have been a much shittier movie. The long shot where the horses run all the way to where Arnold is, or the shot with like him, like as a child, you know, like the way the storytelling was done of after he got caught, and how it's just a big montage of him at the wheel. R-rated feature film in the 80s. But then somewhere along the line they thought, oh, hey, we should dumb this down for kids. And then we got Conan the Destroyer, Beastmaster 2, you know, like RoboCop 3, you know, like when they thought only kids liked it. And to be fair, I was a kid at the time and I didn't like it. But even as an adult, I still like the idea of a swords and sandals fantasy adventure. The Anvil of Prom song kicks in, right? And the way the sword is like shown, you know, we got this black background and we see like the sword getting forged. Yeah, all the others are like B-flicks. That's the genre, swords and sandals. It's like you find the desert in California and then you film it. What's that Mystery Science Theater one they did? That's the one I'm thinking of with like Jack Palance, the guy from Ripley's Believe It or Not or whatever. You know, the guy that always talks the same in everything he's in. He's like, believe it or not. He plays like a wizard in that. He's like, I'm a wizard. Came into work this morning, had some coffee, put on my wizard's hat. I think it was Outlaw of Gorn, some shit like that. The main character is called like Tabith or something, and he's followed around by like a little person, and it has the cheapest fucking castle set I've ever seen. It is clearly paper mache. Even if the movie is not. I think you got it with an Arnold movie, because again, Arnold, not the best actor, but really good physically as an actor. So he's cool looking. So you just have to have a badass soundtrack to go along with the action. Wolf Bats. I remember the episode with Wolf Bats. I watched that, because when I was in my early 20s, I decided to watch like some of the cartoons I used to watch when I was a kid, you know, because the internet, you know, you could just like find old episodes of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Ghostbusters, right? That is a great movie, Wushio. But I remember watching an episode of He-Man as an adult, and I'm like, Wolf Bats? Who the fuck thinks of this shit? Like, what type of world is Eternia where there are bats with the heads of wolves? Oh, the soundtrack is really good, like, that drum beat sound in Predator. That, like, da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, a lot of people... Oh, hey, it's the it's, what's her face? Not the Sorceress. God, I forget what her name is. Shit. Shadow Weaver. That's her name. 80s movies in general had amazing soundtracks. You know what movie really sucked, though, in the 80s? The fucking He-Man movie. And thank you, Makobi, for the bits. How's your night going? Whose bright idea was it to make the He-Man movie take place on Earth? It's like, yeah, we got no budget, but we want to make a He-Man movie. Okay, let's just film it at the local high school. Oh, Best of the Best is a really good movie. You know why I like Best of the Best the most out of all the big generic sports movies or montage movies? Is because, okay, I'm gonna spoil the ending, but at the ending, they lose. You know what I mean? It's all about this revenge story about how this one guy's brother was killed by the Korean team or whatever, you know, in the tournament, so he joins the tournament to represent America to fight. And then all he has to do is hit the guy one more time at the end, and then he'll win, right? But if he does, he'll kill him, so he chooses not to do it. And I thought that was pretty cool. Who is this old man? I thought the makeup and that's the thing, it's like with that He-Man movie, half of that movie looks cool. Yeah, in America, because America's always about, oh, you gotta win. Winning's the only important thing. But like, best of the best is like, no, you can be the best of the best without winning. You know, that scene at the end where they give him the medal, even though he didn't win? Like, that was pretty cool. And then we find out that the guy that he vilified his whole life for killing his brother didn't mean to kill his brother, you know? He's like, I'm sorry for killing your brother, and then he gives him the medal. Like, the whole movie's over the top, but that moment felt really real. You kind of like it? It's not that... The only thing I dislike about the He-Man movie is everything that takes place on Earth. I actually like the set and the way Skeletor looks and the way He-Man looks. Like, I think for the time and the budget, like, that's the best you're gonna get. Yep, it is Shadow Weaver. But the whole shit with Courtney Cox and in the real world, that was boring as fuck to me as a kid. I wanted to watch, you know, Eternia. They did the same thing with, what's it called? Beastmaster. Beastmaster 2 takes place on Earth. That works for some things, you know, like Star Trek 4 or whatever, taking place in San Francisco. But when it comes to Swords and Sandals movies, it's like, no, I want to watch the fantasy universe. I don't want to see him in fucking LA. Mario Brothers movie.
Let's go.
It still holds up action story-wise. I wish it was like the Flash Gordon movie. Like that, I don't think the Flash Gordon movie is very good, but I think if you just watch, like, look at the outfits or the stills of it, it's a very interesting looking movie. And that's how I feel about the He-Man movie. Like, the very ending part of it, I feel the same way about Dune. Like, Dune's a bad movie, but if you just look at, like, stills of Sting or, like, any of the like, the witches and stuff, it looks cool. Except for the name, it's like they went for Italians. Well, what's really weird about the Mario Brother movie is they also mention the fact that Mario's last name is Mario. So Luigi's name is Luigi Mario. Also, Big Bertha the fish is a big black woman in that. Who thought, what was that? You like the Doom movie, although it's so bad? It's definitely better than the Mario movie. Remember in the Mario movie when they got the Super Scope? It's like these are the Goombas. The Goombas look nothing like Goombas. Yoshi at least kind of, I guess, was a dinosaur, but none of the monsters or any of the Koopas or whatever looked like how they were supposed to look. It's just weird. Oh, the Flash Gordon cartoons in the early 80s? Was that the one where they started to have Flash Gordon hang out with, like, that wizard dude and the Phantom? And created that, like, extended universe? That cinematic extended universe with Flash Gordon, the Phantom, and I forget who the wizard guy is. You know, it sucks that I gotta be on this raft. Actually, you know what? No, I got a flying horse. What am I doing? You guys want to play vehicles? Oh, fuck.
Let's go.
I don't even know why I need this raft. Big Bertha. Remember that scene? Because Mario has to dance with her to steal, like, a necklace or something? And his nickname is Pinky? Oh, yeah. And then we're like, immediately, it's like, that guy's gonna be a beast. He's gonna be the Pinky Demon. And he was in a wheelchair or whatever, so that explains why he was a cybernetic pinky demon. You know, the other funny thing about that movie is how they get the BFG right, and I think they fire it a total of 3 times. But they never shoot anything with it. It's just like a wall. You know, you never see them shoot a monster with the fucking BFG. It's like, that should be the first priority of your Doom movie. It's like, it has to have a BFG, it has to have a chainsaw, it has to have a shotgun, it has to have zombies and demons, and the main character has to shoot shit with those weapons. That's kind of like, that should be like, you know, the first thing you think of when you think of the Doom movie. Oh, well, the last monster was so annoying. They really should have just doubled down and made Rock the Doomslayer. You know what I mean? The ending fight is, yeah, the ending fight's stupid. I guess because they were like, man, you know, the Matrix is cool, people like that, so let's have a fight like that. Yeah, like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why make Rock the bad guy? That was at the height of his popularity, too. You know, you think that he could have used that movie to launch his career even further. He could have been like, you know, like an Arnold type character. And he would have made a great Doomslayer. And just like Arnold, all you gotta do is, like, you know, not give him a lot of lines. Just have him do what he does best, look cool and do a lot of action. And then a bitchin' soundtrack. Oh, those are friendlies. Built on funny and clever one-liners. Yeah, and he was primarily a face in wrestling, right? He wasn't a heel. So it just doesn't make sense. Why make him the bad guy? That's all he's got to do. Carl Urban was a much bigger name at the time, I guess. Right? What they really should have done was just ripped off the Doom 3 script, you know what I mean? Have The Rock play the Doom Marine that shows up, and then, like, you know, one of the doctors, like Betruger, starts making deals with Hell, you know? And then the first 30 minutes of the movie is just, you know, your typical, like, talking and shit. And then halfway through the movie, all hell breaks loose and it's just pure action. Kind of like Aliens. It should have just been Aliens. The fans would cheer no matter what. Dark Hole. Alright, well, let me get my horse. Oh no! And fans would have loved it. I guess now that we're on the topic of pro wrestling, I don't really watch it, but like I really do want to get my hands on like a pro wrestling game, like one of those 2K ones, just to do AI fights and really stupid stories. You know, like, because there was that one animation in the old one where it's like you can get run over by a car. Like, I want to do that, like, constantly. Like, have the characters get run over by cars. Yeah, I don't know why the Doom movies avoid the demon subject, you know? Like, it's... Is there like a pro-demon lobby going on in Hollywood right now? Like, it's like, hey, stop portraying demons as bad guys. Having AI fight each other? I find that to be more fun because the gameplay in those games is shit. I'm sorry, anyone who thinks they're great is nuts, but the character creation is hilarious. Like, it's just way more fun to make characters. Hollywood equals Satanist? Maybe. Or like, how dare you portray hell in a bad manner? I gotta say, out of all the characters I played, I know that is a big ass horse. Out of the characters I played in this game, Shear's my favorite. I really like the Swiftwind. Oh, wow. Now it's like they're watching me on surveillance. I like her combos, I like her speed, but I just love summoning Swiftwind. Like, he's so powerful. What's up, Kirk Cool Beans? What's the topic backstory real quick? What, you mean of this game? Hordak has invaded Eternia and kicked Skeletor out of his mountain. Oh, portraying Helen. Oh, we were talking about the Doom movies and why the Doom, why for whatever reason Hollywood never ever makes Doom movies about hell. It's always like zombies or like genetic experiment or like aliens, but it's never like demons, you know? And it's like, other movies do that, but like, the one movie that you'd expect would have fucking like, guys killing demons and references to hell, they avoid for some reason. So I guess the consensus is Hollywood's just full of Satanists. Is NES Pro Wrestling Black Box version? That one is a pretty good wrestling game. I remember playing that a lot when I was a kid. Every wrestling game I played as a kid, what I would do is I would just try to beat up the AI and then throw him out of the ring. And then just have him be counted out, like ring out. But the best wrestling game is still Fire Pro Wrestling. Any version of it, even the version on Steam, is pretty fun. Because Fire Pro Wrestling, not only can you make your own characters, you can program their AI, their stats. And, it also works as a pretty decent MMA simulator and boxing simulator. Because it has boxing rules and pro wrestling rules, shoot rules, and MMA rules. But Doom with demons, right? Oh, it's because, you're right, you can't talk shit about your boss or whoever owns Disney. These Star Wars sound effects for the guns. But then again, that was the sound effect in He-Man. That's the other thing. Or you know what? Take the Doom comic book, right? And just make that a movie. Because I would watch that movie. If the Doom Marine was just all alone and just said random horse shit to himself. You know, like when he gets the chainsaw, he's like, "Ah, the chainsaw, the great communicator." Like, that's how the Doomslayer should be. He should be exactly like how he is in that comic book. He's psychotic. He's awesome. When he gets the berserk and he's like, "Kill, rip, tear. Gotta find stuff, gotta kill it." Yeah, Netflix should get on an animated Doom movie. That'd be sweet. What would be really awesome is if someone, a good writer and a good animation studio, just decided to make the whole id universe. Like, start with Wolfenstein, and then work on the Commander Keen, and then Doom. That would be amazing. The cartoon Spawn. It was a pretty cool looking animated show for its time. Even though I don't really like Spawn, I did like watching it. It was like Aeon Flux. I didn't watch it because I thought it was a good show. I watched it because it looked really cool. Oh, don't air jump. Evil Horde. The entire Horde? When I hold aloft my magic sword and say, by the honor of Grayskull, I can mow down hundreds of Horde soldiers. Don't worry though, this is the 80s cartoon, so all the Horde soldiers are robots, so she's killing nobody. Don't worry about it. None of these people have feelings, they're just robots. That's how the 80s did their killing. That's how you can have really violent cartoons where the heroes killed hundreds of people. Duke wears mom jeans. He also has dorky glasses too. Duke Nukem wears these like what are called birth control glasses because you're never gonna get laid with those glasses, but he pulls it off because he's Duke Nukem. Like the Foot Clan in the cartoons, right? The Turtles can Leonardo can cut people in half as long as they're robots. Same thing with G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe had robots in the car. Wait, did I already do this level? What the fuck? Oh. Did I not do it well enough? Did I not break all the flags? Is that what I'm supposed to do? So speaking of which, alright, so this game is built on an open source brawler engine. And there's also a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles brawler game where they did the exact same thing. In other words, they took animations from the cartoon and recreated the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade, the Konami one, but with cartoon animations.
Let's go.
Beat people with his chucks, right? That first season when they actually get to beat things up is great in the Turtles cartoon, but then after that, like, the parents called or whatever, or like some group or some shit decided to censor the violence in the show, and that's when Michelangelo stopped having his nunchucks. I think it was like the nunchucks were too violent for Britain, so the nunchucks are censored in Britain. Even in the movie, like in the European version of the movie, the nunchucks are censored. All the scenes with them are like either cut down or like absent completely. I know parents ruin all the fun, man. Could you imagine how awesome the Turtles cartoon would have been had that shit not happened? It would all be as good as the first season where like robots blow up, you hear the Turtles action movie. Americans freak out about boobs, right? Now, if we could all just get along about both of them, then we'd be Australian. The Turtles' original comic was gory as shit. I remember I bought one at a comic book store, and one scene I turned into was like a full panel of a foot soldier getting blown away by a bazooka, and there was an exit wound and blood splurting out on the back. I mean, it was all black and white, but it was like, damn. I think I still have that comic book. Even though I preferred the Archie comic Turtles, because they were more like the cartoon ones. Because let's face it, like despite the movie and the comic book, the cartoon Turtles are what were the popular ones, right? And made even more popular with, again, the Konami games, like the arcade game. Like, that was like the best beat-em-up for its time. It had really great animations, 4 players, lots of characters from the show. That and the toy line, right? The Playmates toys, which were like $5 toys, but when you think about it, they came with a lot of accessories like weapons. And they had a lot of detail. Like, if you go and look at, like, a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the 80s and compare it to, like, a He-Man action figure or, like, G.I. Joe or Ghostbusters, they look way fucking better. There's, like, you can see, like, the veins in their arms, the paint job's better. Being 14, you and your friend watched that there was something about Mary and they wouldn't let us in because of the boob scene. So we watched the PG-13 parrot where it shows people getting their heads blown off, no problem. I remember that, like, Something About Mary was like the movie when I was in middle school. Because what happened was people saw it over summer and they never fucking shut up about it. When school started, so it's like all I'd hear is like, and then in the scene he jerks off, and then his jerk off stuff is on his ear, and then in this other scene, and it's like before I even watched the movie, I knew everything that was gonna happen in it, because all I'd hear, you know, you'd always have those kids that just all they did was talk about the movie they saw in the summer and every scene in it. Oh yeah, you're right. Corey Feldman was Donatello. I like the voice for Raphael, but I do like cartoon Raphael as well. I like his sarcastic humor. I feel like the movie Turtles was a pretty good balance between comic book and cartoon. Like they weren't as hardcore as the comic book, but they weren't as lighthearted as the cartoon. So it's a shame we only had 4 movies in that universe. All right. Is this the same level? I can't tell. Should I click on it? I swear if it's the same fucking level.
Let's go.
Oh no, it's a different level. Cool. Cheers like Miss Pac-Man. What, better than the original? 'Cause let's face it, Miss Pac-Man is a way better game than Pac-Man. Laser beams. Oh, well, they hurt the enemy too, so. There we go. Oh, what? Now my hitbox is huge. Yep, it's too big. I gotta wait. I gotta drain all my energy. Hold on. Perfect. Look, she's got the walk animation from the show. The exact walk animation. Her run animation is different, obviously, but the walk animation is right out of the show. Oh, damn you! How dare you pick on my twin sister? I am He-Man! Look, see, He-Man doesn't have a big blue crystal on his sword. But he is sporting furry underwear, red boots, and, you know, a champion strap. So, hey, oh, that sucked. What works for my sister works for me. Area complete. That underwear must be itchy, man. I'm so glad shag corporate underwear has gone out of style. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I want to do more of that. There's someone Battle Cat in here. Fuck yeah. Probably cozy as fuck. That's the thing, it'd be really sweaty. You'd have to talcum your balls, or else it'd be too sweaty. Though I guess at least your junk will be warm though if you go into like a winter climate. That's what's important, not your core or anything, just your junk. You gotta keep that warm. puts that on and... you know what, to be fair, if I was as muscular as He-Man, I'd find excuses to walk around without a shirt all the time. It's like, man, I went to the gym for this shit. I'm showing it off. Fuck you. Like, I spent hours in that fucking place. They should have gave him uppercuts. What they should have gave him was that punch that he does to the camera. Have I told you I have no idea how to get off a Battle Cat once I'm on Battle Cat? There are those guys like that. There used to be a streamer, right, that used to like stream without his shirt on. But then Twitch was like, no, you gotta wear a shirt now. And he's like, but my guns, man. And he would never talk or anything. Well, he'd just sit there. It's like, yeah, I got muscles, big deal. But he had like the face of John Carmack, so he just looked like a big nerd with muscles. And then there's those really big guys, you know, the guys that obviously abuse steroids. So they always walk around like they're carrying luggage. You ever see those guys? You know, like they're carrying 2 big bags of something, like they can't drop their arms. He's huge. Bigger than his whole body. Instead of mine, I'd be happy. I mean, I think most of us would be. But then again, could you handle John Carmack's brain, knowing the secrets of the universe? That's not one level I can't do because I can't navigate. You know what? Let's try the maze again. I don't want to do the last level until I beat that fucking maze. Who do you think's in the maze? Wait, let's get this green thing. Evelyn! I'm Evelyn! I used to know a girl named Evelyn, and I would always call her Evelyn. Needless to say, she never liked me. But she was part of the friend group, and I guess she didn't like being called Evelyn, but that's not my fault, okay? When your name is Evelyn, you're gonna be Evelyn to me forever. Here, let's make this an unfair fight. Hey, you can't regain your health. You got a healing spell? Holy shit, maybe I should be playing as Evelyn. Yeah, but she doesn't take a lot of damage, though.
Come on.
Alright, this thing better be worth it, whatever the hell it is. Shit. Maybe I should draw a map. I gotta say, this was pretty clever. I've never seen a maze in a beat-em-up before. Shit. And thank God they only used this gimmick once. In love with the sorceress? Oh, I mean, well, the sorceress is pretty hot. I'll give it. Oh shit, we did it! Alright, so that's gone. She also has that. Oh god, it's Green Orko! You mean the sorceress? Is she in this game? I think she is. I think I can play as her. Here, I'll play as the sorceress just for you, Kirk Cool Beans. We'll see what she's got. Maybe she can turn into a bird like she does in the cartoon. Her daughter's definitely playable, Tila. Let's see, let's go check it out. We got He-Man, we got She-Ra, we got the... Yeah, there's Man-at-Arms. There's Tira. There's this guy. Yep, there she is. And who else we got? Alright, let's go back. Oh, she can turn into a hawk. Wait, let's check out her moves against the green thing, because that's always like a one-on-one fight. Ram Man! Oh, she's got a foot kick! Laser beams! Take that, I'm the sorceress! She doesn't seem to have a fireball attack. Oh, but she does have an uppercut. Ram Man. Oh, look at her jump kick or her dive. It's a full-on like shallow dive kick. She's got a pretty good one. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. Oh yeah, I'm the sorceress. Here you go. Finally, we can answer the question: who would win, the sorceress or Ram Man? And it's clearly the sorceress, because Ram Man sucks. You ever see his toy? It's just a spring. That's what it is. And the sorceress. It is the lamest. The only toy that's shittier than Ram Man is Stinkor, the skunk, who's not even in the cartoon. And you know what his gimmick is? He stinks. They mixed patchouli oil in with the plastic to make sure he stank. That's it. That's his gimmick. Hordak, to be continued. What? What do you mean to be continued? I beat all your levels. What? Bullshit. Did He-Man have a proper ending? No. Supposedly the new, the Kevin Smith He-Man on Netflix is gonna give it a proper ending. You own Stinkor? I'm sorry, man. That was seriously the ending? Right, down, down, up, up, right? Okay, I did all that. What other modes are there? Okay, well that's not really worth it. Who haven't I played as? Oh, I haven't played as Evelyn. Yeah, they're making a new He-Man cartoon for Netflix. Kevin Smith is gonna make it. Man, to be continued. I don't even get to fight Hordak. And Kevin James, could you imagine Kevin James? Yeah, but no, Kevin Smith isn't gonna be He-Man, he's just writing it. Never got him though, your parents are liars, I'm sorry. But they did give you Stinkor. So She-Ra had toys too, right? And theirs were more, just like all toys, their toys were more detailed because they had real hair and shit. And like accessories, whereas ours didn't because we were guys, I don't know. But like, you could have had Stinkor versus Perfuma, because Perfuma's gimmick is that she smells, but she smells good. No, it's gonna be for adults. It's gonna continue the 80s He-Man cartoon. That's what they tell me. Like, from what I've heard, it's gonna be like heavy metal. Like, it's supposed to look really badass. They're going with the old school style, and they're gonna go with it being a continuation of the original He-Man. But the plot is it's gonna be focused around Teela, and Teela's gonna, cause she's the daughter of the sorceress, so it's gonna be about how Teela's gonna be the next sorceress. So people are wondering if that means that the He-Man characters are all gonna die in some big battle with Skeletor or something, or something else is gonna happen. But it's definitely gonna be focused on Teela. So I'm hoping it'll be badass. I don't know. Was the arch enemy of Stinkor in the little booklet? Mossman versus Stinkor. Hey, you know what's even sadder about Stinkor? He's just Merman, but colored differently. He's the same action figure. They just recolored him and made him Stinkor. He's a skunk. All right. Okay, so we played that. What else? Let's see. You know what? I might end the stream on that and then come back. I'm feeling like playing Too Weak for You, her mom, though. I always like their little like vehicles that they ride. They don't sit down on the vehicles. You know what I mean? They stand on them. You know why? Because the action figures couldn't sit, so that's why in the cartoon the vehicles they have to stand. So if you bought that like action figure, you'd have to make him stand there. Falcor, oh yeah, he had the wings. Is he the one with the head that's a dildo? Because I know there's like one character that's like that they had to take off the market because of he resembled a dildo. All right, let me see. I don't know. What other like weird games do I have here that I could play? Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll take a break. Fake Core, fake Core. He's fake. He had goggles, right? Yeah, so I'll end the stream. I'll be back in like an hour or two after I eat some food, and I'll probably be playing the Strong Bad game because I kind of want to beat that game. I don't know why. Because I don't know. I'm a big Strong Bad like fanboy or whatever. Even though like that was like a long time ago, so I think that would count as retro. But thanks everyone for being here. Thank you Shinobi. Thank you Kurt Coolbeans, Ball Busting Babe, Wushio. Hope you had fun with Masters of the Universe. This game is